BatRastard here once again, and how would you like to reinstall your Windows operating system in 7 to 10 minutes? Period. We're talking a fully working Windows installation. Well, here's how it's done. I'll walk you through it here. Do you have one of these? This is a Seagate 4 terabyte USB hard drive with two USB ports on it, USB 3.0 ports. I have a 3 terabyte one myself. This is what I'll be using. But Amazon has this nice deal going on: a Crucial X6 500 gigabyte portable solid state drive, up to 540 megabytes a second, and it's USB 3.2, and it has a USB-C plug. Usually retails for about $70. You can get it for $60. That's at Amazon. Patriot over at Newegg has their Supersonic Rage Prime 250 gig USB 3.2 Gen 2 flash drive. I have, let me see, I've got an older version of the Patriot drive. It's called it's a Supersonic Rage 64 gig. I have Windows 11 on this. Very, very decent drives. If you notice, I'm not mentioning certain flash drive makers. I'm not mentioning SanDisk because they get hot, and when they get hot, they throttle and their write speed goes down. So once you have one of these, what you can do is, after you install Windows to your computer, and you get every program that you use on a daily basis, basically what you want to do is, and this is a rule of thumb, this is a rule that I have lived by for 40 years dealing with computers, and that is never, ever install on your C drive data that you can afford to lose. Don't do it. Put it on another drive. Put it somewhere else. If you can afford to lose it, say like Firefox or your chipset drivers or stuff that you would normally install when you do a fresh install of Windows, keep that on C. Firefox and stuff like that, your email client if you use Thunderbird, stuff like that. Once you get it all situated, once you get all your drivers installed, your favorite programs installed, and especially Windows updates, once you get that nailed and squared away, here's what you need to do. Go to Macrium.com and pick up their free version of Reflect 8. Click this little link right here and install it. What this does is allows you to create images of your Windows drive, and also supports cloning a drive. Say you bought a new, say you got a SATA hard drive, a SATA solid state drive, and you just bought an M2 drive and you want to clone it. There you go. Macrium Reflect will clone your solid state SSD, your SATA-based one, onto the M2 drive. That way you can just remove it from your system and go into BIOS and flip the boot order, and you're good to go. You can use it to restore non-booting systems, scalable and navigable log interface, instantly boot into backups like Hyper-V and Oracle VirtualBox, direct-to-disk cloning, and it also creates, this is what I love, my favorite part of Reflect 8 is Windows PE Rescue Media. So what you do there is, when you install Reflect and you follow the prompts to clone your C drive and you make an image, you can store it onto any one of your storage media of your choice. I store mine on the root of I store my images right on the root of my 3 terabyte Seagate. And once that's done, you have two choices. You can turn around and click a link. There's a option within Reflect that will let you create the rescue media. The rescue media can either go onto a bootable USB drive if you make it with Ventoy or YUMI or anything, any kind of bootable USB tool you might use. It can work there. It'll it'll create an ISO that you then write the ISO to your USB flash drive, and then boot to it. Then just simply point, once you boot into the rescue media, you point it to your image file for Reflect, and boom, it'll restore your Windows system in, well, in at least 7, in my case, it's 7 minutes. Your case could be different, 7 to 10. It sure beats a 20-minute to 30-minute install. And we're talking, that's just a base Windows program. That's how long it usually takes to install Windows complete. I mean, just when you put a Windows USB stick in there and install it, you still got to turn around and install drivers, configure the OS, configure your settings, display drivers, sound drivers, stuff like that. Your chipset drivers, your email client, third-party browsers, you still have to do all that. You still have to tweak your system to get it to your preferences. This kills it right here. Reflect. You take that snapshot, you can restore it right back to where you left off and where you made the image, and then from there you're good to go. We're talking 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how much, depending on space. Let me see here. I will pull up. I got to move my browser just a bit so I can show. Let's see if I can bring this up. I don't have it on the screen here, but my Windows 10 image is 21.5 gig, which isn't bad. 21.5 gig, plenty of space. My Windows 11 image comes out to, I think, 30.2 gig, 30 gig. This is with everything installed, all the updates up to the point. And when you boot into the Rescue Media Reflect, it can restore that image within 7 to 10 minutes. Well, yeah, 30 gigs, easy, without a problem. That's if you go and, like I said, there's two versions that you can install. You can write the ISO of the Rescue Media to your flash drive, or if you prefer, what Reflect can also do is temporarily add the Rescue Media into your existing boot up order. So then when Reflect restarts your Windows system, it'll boot into it and you're smooth sailing from there. You just have to point it to the image that you saved on one of your storage drives, and you are good to go. And it saves me a lot of time. It saves me a lot of time, and it sure beats having to fine tune and configure Windows to your liking every time you need to reinstall it. Always keep a backup. And if you you can also choose to purchase the Reflect 8 Home version, which includes everything in the free version, everything in the trial version, such as technical support, rapid Delta clones and restores, daily backup scheduling, ransomware protection, incremental imaging. Like if you need to make incremental backups, it supports that. But the full version, if you decide to purchase it, the free version works no matter what. If you do decide to purchase it, you get bare metal restore to dissimilar hardware with redeploy, 1 year technical support, lifetime license, no subscription or renewals. You buy it once and you have it forever, and free minor version upgrades. That means if you purchase Reflect 8, you will always have upgrades within the versioning scheme, within version 8. Once Reflect 9 comes out, that could be a different story there. But other than that, I love it. You owe it to yourself, really owe it to yourself to give this a whirl. And let me know what you think in the comments below. We shouldn't be spending way too much time getting our electronics in order. So don't. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.